Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about different types of meditation practices, and kind of how to get started, we're starting to get a foundation. I wanted to talk a little bit about definitions and defining what we're really working on. Okay, because there's so much material we can do here for internal training that it's really important to understand what we're up to. So I'm just going to repeat this part one more time. I know I've written about it in the past, I've talked about it in the past, but I don't think it can be shoved down somebody's throat too much, because misunderstanding causes trouble. So Qigong made up of two words, Qi and of course Gong. Gong meaning skilled effort. Qi, constantly misinterpreted in my opinion, always just as energy, and I think that's a narrow definition. It's not a wrong definition, just a narrow way of seeing things. If you use the word relationship, then Qi could be energy, because all energy is a result of a relationship, some kind of chemical reaction or so on and so forth, right? But it can also mean relationships to other things. So the Qi right now is, if you're sitting and listening to me talk, watching this video, the Qi is that I'm talking, you're listening. Simple as that. Maybe I'm the teacher and you're the student, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The point is that there's always a relationship between things, between you and other things, between parts of yourself. What is the relationship between my neck and my head? Am I in crappy posture or am I in good posture? That's the Qigong exercise, right? Opening the neck. Now, Neigong, Nei just means inside, okay? And of course, inside skilled work. So what's the difference between the two? Qigong corrects flaws in your structure, okay? And it'll carry on to work on relationships that become more, I guess the best word is esoteric. Neigong is to correct flaws in your character. It's to work on who you are from the inside out. And that means that it requires a lot of introspection. And that's why things like meditation become part of this training, because they become really important. If I'm too busily distracted by other things, I'm not thinking about what I was supposed to be doing. If I was supposed to be meditating right now instead of talking to the camera, and I was busy making tea, I'm not meditating, I'm doing all these other things. So I'm distracting myself, which makes my life easier, right? Because meditation and Neigong is really hard work. So I just wanted to re-film these things, because even if people skip past this, it's really important. Really, really important, okay? The idea of this series of videos is to teach the Qigongs that I teach to my students, especially my Drunken students, and to do what I think is the most important part of martial arts, which is the Neigong part, which is the working on who you are and using the martial arts training and the Qigong training as sort of a sounding board, a place where you can test yourself, where you can put yourself into situations that are perhaps unusual or uncomfortable. And in that way, give yourself something to work on that makes more sense. It's no longer just lip service then.